Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much on your own terms. Oh, Pharaoh, come on, off. In your own terms, family. Thanks to all the support that we've been getting from our global melanated family, just our global family in general. As Kenya is in a revolution, we are literally fighting for the soul of Kenya right now. So much is going on. Please follow us on Twitter at Dr. Mumbi Saraki and on TikTok at Dr. Mumbi Show for all the latest updates, family. It's really happening in real time from day to day. We started with an Occupy Parliament. The MPs ignored us, and the next thing we're in a revolution. I know I've been covering Kenya a lot in my news lately, and the reason I'm doing that, family, is because Kenya is literally an example of what is happening across the motherland. Every time I talk about them mining in Kenya's national parks, a brother will contact me from Ghana or Nigeria or Swaziland and tell me they're doing the same thing. The other time I talked about how Gates had come and was trying to impose seeds. Then recently, one of our brothers from Nigeria reached out and was telling me how now that's already been done. I think GMO corn is now being sold, and they've even gotten a local brand and all these things. So what is happening in Kenya, you can just cross out Kenya and put Tanzania or put Uganda or put what other nation. And, we've been having this revolution called Occupy Parliament. It's all about our finance bill. Please watch the previous shows where I've talked about this. But a lot of you were saying, how do we know that, this isn't something that the West is doing to destabilize the nation? First of all, family, definitely it could be that they pushed the country to this point, or maybe a lot of people have also suggested that maybe Kenya is a testing ground for them to see, how much can the people take? What will the people do when they're pressed, when they're really put between a rock and a hard place? But you can't control energy, family. I know a lot of people have also been saying that it has the signatures of CIA. We did see some flags, the letter flags. We also saw like the LGBTQ flags. We saw some communist flags. All these things, family, are being put out there. But this is an organic movement. And the only reason it's being sustained is because there is no official leader. It's like the ancestors are leading this from the spiritual realm. And the government has been doing everything, kidnapping, abducting people, allegedly, who they think are in charge, but they're not, because they're trying to control the movement, but they can't, because you can't stop an idea whose time has come. And it has been prophesied that Kenya would be the seat of revival. So many different preachers, priests, prophets of all colors and nations have prophesied about this. But the government came out actually recently, and they were saying that they think Russia is actually funding the Gen Z. Like, how exactly is that going down? Saying that it was because all of this was happening because of President Ruto's, stance against Russia. Can you imagine Ruto actually flew to Ukraine and held a whole press conference? Well, DRC is just here. Sudan is just here, where our brothers are witnessing a famine. There's such a huge food shortage. And remember, all famines, all droughts, family, at this point are man-made and they're engineered. We live in a global death culture that needs blood for the altars that give them the power to run this world through illusion, misinformation, fear, control, all these things. So it was very shocking because, with Kenya also going to Haiti, we must also now start accounting for our children, if you know what I mean. But those are stories for other days. So family, right now, it remains organic. And it is so spiritual. It is on such a high spiritual dimension that it is really hard to imagine that any lower vibrational entity could take it over. But we remain alert to those possibilities, and we ask you to stand with us in prayer. I'm going to attach a few things that I've said on TikTok. Make sure you're following us there, Dr. Mumbi Show, also on Instagram, family. Thanks to everyone that supports us on Patreon and PayPal. We appreciate, love you so much. Until next time, family. Tuko pamoja.